engage rakhna. Let's start with a good smile, and I would thanks to everyone to be here, taking out time from your busy schedule. Thank you so much. So, the entire discussion is on digitalization, digital Bharat. So, I'll just add to it. Securing this digitalization or digital Bharat is very important. Every organization, every government organization, department is now using cloud, or in fact, I'll say many departments are using multiple clouds. They are having their in-house data centers. They have different workloads on various cloud service providers. So it's not something different we are talking about. Security is very important, especially the events that we have seen. Maybe it's Russia-Ukraine war or the incident happened last week. Ensuring the overall control, security, legal regulations, compliances, and your obligations to customers and citizens. All these are met all together. This is very important. So I'll be talking on all these things in my sessions. I only have 6 minutes in hand. I hope I can extend that. So these are some of the digital initiatives. There are many of those, but these are some of the major digital initiatives which have been carried out across India, whether it is e-governance or smart initiatives, smart meter or smart city projects, or healthcare digitalization. Especially in finance sector, there is a lot of digitalization happening. A lot of new technologies are being adopted, new solutions are being evolved and delivered. So financial segment is something which is growing and leveraging technology like anything. Then there's a new thing which is coming up, and this is everyone's responsibility, that is environmental sustainability and greener planet, wherein there are solutions which helps to measure how much carbon emissions are happening, or what is the contribution in terms of increasing the carbon footprint, how we can reduce this, how we can monitor and reduce this. These are the new solutions which are now coming up, and definitely in coming time this will become mandatory as well. And then in previous sessions also it was mentioned, GIA initiative. One of the speaker mentioned about GIA initiative, that is government, industry and academics. So that's the another digitalization happening in education sector. So in any of the sector, whether it is government, enterprise, BFSI or any of the industry vertical, there are 3 important pillars which are very important. First one is the data center and cloud, the infrastructure. Extending these services to the rural places, to the unserved areas, wherein connectivity, 4G and 5G connectivity is still not there, but there are cloud services which are supposed to be reaching there, like CSC initiatives which are available in different villages. There are banking services, there are e-villages, digital villages services available in different rural parts across the country. So having proper connectivity at those areas, and then adoption of cloud services, right frameworks, adoption of right services, developing your applications which are compatible to cloud, different technologies on cloud. You are able to use various cloud services to deliver the services expected by the citizens. As we are also citizens, we are also the consumers of various such digitalization initiatives. So having a proper strategy of applications being deployed on cloud is important, and then taking these applications, taking these services to the end users is important. So from cloud infrastructure perspective, cloud, data center and connectivity, these are important things. This is one of the important pillars. Second, of course, is cyber security. Having right policies, right security solutions, and very important, awareness about the security. This is important, one of the important pillar. Third is legal and regulatory compliances. Now all the industries, whether it is government, BFSI, there is some of the other regulatory body controlling various things, and they have laid down compliances. For example, MeitY, RBI, CERDIN, there are many other similar regulatory bodies who have defined the policies and the compliances with respect to cloud, with respect to cyber security. Many of you are aware of this policies and guidelines. And some of the other initiatives which are happening every now and then, those are government schemes which are launched at central level, state level. There are multiple initiatives being launched across India every month. So this is some partial data that I could fetch from 2023. There were some 100 plus schemes at central level, 100 plus schemes at state level which were launched in last year. And for all these schemes to be launched, it needs right from your application development, capacity planning, hosting, whether you are hosting on cloud or data center, security, services, everything becomes very important. So these are the three pillars: cloud, cyber security, regulatory compliances. So talking about cloud, because we are the entire audience is from government, I'll only focus on the government community cloud. That's the cloud compliances and cloud regulations that MeitY has defined. There are policies in terms of how should be the data center, what should be the what are the specifications or features those are required from a government community cloud, which will be dedicated for government workloads. And there is a stringent audit done by MeitY by appointing an STQC audit firm, and they audit your data center, your entire cloud infrastructure, all the services, support and everything. Once this audit is successfully through, then only a cloud service provider gets empaneled on MeitY's list and to offer government community cloud. Going further, government community cloud is an dedicated physical environment wherein the entire hardware stack, the hypervisors, orchestration layer, the cloud orchestration layer, the service portals, everything, the entire stack is dedicated only for government workloads. There is no other customer deployed on it is not supposed to be deployed on this environment. Hence, when we are talking about data localization and the DPDP Act, government community cloud is going to provide all those features which will help the government departments to ensure they are complied to all those points. And this will also help to ensure that we are complying and not getting any penalties in terms of breaching those compliances. So this is very important point for the entire audience over here. Similarly, there are other industry specific environments like banking cloud or smart cloud, meeting those regulatory compliances. This was about the cloud. Cyber security framework, certain or MeitY or RBI, they have prepared certain framework. Some key aspects of those frameworks are: the entire cyber security policy should be defined first properly, and it should be approved by the board. Generally, cyber security is supposed to be a KRA of IT team. Management or the end users are not so much aware of it, but then cyber security should be the KRA or the responsibility of the management. So awareness of security right from management till the end user, it is responsibility of everyone. Then another important point is the policies, IT policy or ISMS policies. Those are two different things and should be defined separately. And whenever any application is getting developed or it is getting deployed on data center or on cloud, wherever it is, security should be considered at that moment itself, and it should be deployed while designing phase itself. So in short, protect, monitor and recover. You should be able to protect the entire infrastructure, your data. You should be able to monitor what is happening. You should have that control, the supervisory control, the administrative control of the entire infrastructure and the data. If you don't have this control, whatever mishaps we have seen in past, you can be another victim for this. So you need to ensure that you have a supervisory and administrative control of the entire applications and data that you are hosting wherever it is. And you should also be prepared to recover in case of any eventuality in a disaster. So having right disaster recovery solutions and BCP planning and BCP process is again important. Going ahead, these are some of the controls, cybersecurity controls, which ensures that you comply to the cybersecurity framework and the guidelines laid down by MeitY, RBI, and similarly other regulatory bodies, which involves the complete inventory management of your all assets. Now, when we say assets, it's not only the physical assets, but data is also your asset. That's the most important asset that every organization has. So, having inventory of your data. When I say inventory, what do you mean by inventory? Anyone would like to answer? What is data inventory? Hello? So, I just need 5 more minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So, in the interest of time, when we say data inventory, data classification is important. What is critical data? What is confidential data? Which data can be shared with which kind of users? Which data can go to the external world? What is a generalized data? What a general or a common data? This classification is very important, and having inventory of this is very important. If you have this inventory, then only your policies can be implemented effectively and be monitored. And then you can have proper control of your entire data. This is organization's data. You should be able to retrieve, recover this data if in case there is any attack or if in case any user leaves the organization. Data should be there. Ownership lies with the organization. So, inventory is important. And similarly, there are other aspects. I hope it is readable to everyone. I will not go in depth of all these points. But there are controls which you can ensure, you can deploy this when you define policy and implement all the security configurations, deploy security tools in your infrastructure. And now talking about legal and regulatory compliances, there are certain directions in terms of how do you have your agreements, how do you select a service provider, what kind of checks you need to put when you are selecting a service provider, whether you are using a service provider to provide FMS services for your on-premise data center or the entire infrastructure, or you are hosting something on cloud. So, how do you ensure that the outsourcing is done rightly and you have the entire supervisory and administrative control onto it? The key principle is whatever data you are hosting anywhere, whatever services you are taking from any service provider, the organization's ability to control and to administer the entire infra and data should not be compromised, should not be diluted. This is the key principle which should be followed. And there are two aspects to it. Having outsourcing any of these services, the ownership, the obligations to the customers or citizens, whatever services we are offering, you should be able to continue delivering all those services without any hindrance, with proper performance, availability, uptime, and also monitoring of all the services. There are some of the key requirements through which you can do it. So, whether it is application development, government schemes, web portals, applications, how do ESDS do it? I will just throw some light on it. We take any kind of digital initiative, any kind of digital project, ESDS is providing services to all of these different government verticals. We have, I'll cover in the next slide. And the government schemes that we saw, more than 10% of government schemes are developed, hosted, managed and secured by ESDS on government community cloud in our data centers across India. So, ESDS has end-to-end solutioning approach, wherein right from application development, application modernization, consultancy, we have built 25 plus data centers. All our 4 data centers are designed, developed, managed by our own in-house teams. We have our own SOC center in our Mumbai data center, through which we are providing different SOC services, security services. And then all the other data center services like managed security, IT security, co-location, dedicated servers, and all those services are there. Addition to this, ESDS is one of the only cloud service provider who has an R&D team and who has developed many of the IPs right from Enlight 360. It's a patented cloud platform which is deployed in all our data centers. Then we have vulnerability scanning tool, web application firewall, complete DCIM tool, audio video conferencing tool. These are and many other IPs ESDS has developed. So, it is complete data center, managed services, tools, softwares, development, everything. ESDS has the capabilities, experience, references, and we have this end-to-end solution designing approach which we add value to customers' requirement. And this is how we are able to, this is about the patent that we have. This is not moving. This last two slides. So we have government community cloud in all our data centers. We are empaneled in METI. Talking about SaaS products, so cloud, private cloud, public cloud, government community cloud, all is there. We can deploy this cloud environment in your premises as well. We're using our own cloud platform. Besides this, there are SaaS solutions meeting industry specific requirements, specifically talking about agri-tech solutions. This we have built. This is the complete solutions portfolio. Except application monitoring, if you have your own application, rest everything can be done by ESDS. We have all the skill sets to provide support. The application development nowadays is done using low-code, no-code platform. Many of you must be using this. So this is about ESDS. We are 19 plus years young company, present across 4 continents, 470 plus BFSI customers hosted on our cloud, 225 plus government organizations, central, PSU, state, corporations, 20,000 overall customers, a family of 1,000 employees. These are our data centers, live data centers, and the certifications that we have. And we are proud to say that we are a class 1 service providers in India, having our data centers, our products, contributing to make a Pragat, Unnat and an Atmanirbhar Bharat. So we are ESDS. Thank you.